Harish Salve with me tonight, former Solicitor General, Queen's Counsel, senior advocate. Been looking forward to this conversation, Mr. Salve, and all of India is talking about it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, viewers. I'll take one question for Harish Salve tonight through coup tonight, so you can send us your coups. I'll take one question for Mr. Salve from our viewers. Mr. Salve, now first overall response from you on this toolkit controversy. You know, this toolkit makes it sound innocent, but it's not. And on top of it, there is a very concerted attempt to present what is happening as innocent activism, which I don't believe it is. I'd like to know how you look at it.
ARNAB, I've seen the toolkit for the first time. Honestly, I was amused to see Greta Thunberg and that lady singer, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, tweeting about this. And I thought it was a tribute to the fact that India has become popular enough for these global celebrities to notice our existence, us lesser mortals, and bless us with their wisdom. But it now appears to be far more serious. And I mean, people of my age, Arnab, we have lived through the early 80s and the horror that was terrorism in Punjab. I have lived through the day when I had to rush to modern school because there was a story that there had been an attack. And my little daughter, who came and told me in 1984 that they were being taught how to hide under tables in the case of a terror shootout. We've lived through those days, and the government owes it to each one of us to do whatever is within their might to make sure that this scourge of terrorism doesn't come back to Punjab again. So I'm very clear to start with, whether you call it toolkit or whether you call it a sledgehammer.
Yes.
If these fellows who want to sit in Canada and want to use their ill-gotten gains to start trouble in India are allowed any run, I think it will be a shame on all of us. And we need to put this down with all our might and with whatever our law allows us to do.
Now, that was my next question. You see, Mr. Salve, we are in a perplexing situation where the forces that are truly behind this, those who are engineering it, many of these forces are outside the country. So there are limits to legal action, one. Two, they're also putting on a very important veneer. All these people, I'm not saying that they're innocent, they're certainly not, but there is an attempt to cloak them in this veneer of activism, you know, climate change, activism, they are vegans, they are well-meaning, you know, they are pro-farmer. And I get a sense, that there are very, very lethal minds behind this who are using not just farmers, but also these freelance activists to achieve their intent. So how do we deal with it?
See, on the one hand, we have our farmers who may have a grievance. You and I may think it is misplaced. Somebody else may think it is well placed. But that's a part of democracy. On the other end of the spectrum, you have troublemakers like the Khalistani movement people who are always looking out for an opportunity to further their agenda. And their agenda is unlawful. It violates a host of Indian laws. It is an act of terror. I am very deeply disappointed to see environmental activists becoming the bridge between these two ends of the spectrum, allowing these terrorist elements to infiltrate genuine protests by pretending to support the genuine protest movement, but really acting, holding hands with the terrorists.